Hey, have you ever heard of the borrowers?
Borrowers? You mean people who borrow things like when you borrow my pencil and never give it back?
No, not like us. These are tiny people, really small, only about as tall as a pencil. They live secretly in the houses of humans.
Whoa, tiny people living in houses? That sounds like fairies.
Not fairies. They're called the Clock family. Pod, Homily, and their daughter Ariati. They're called borrowers because they borrow little things from humans to survive. Like a single pin becomes a sword, a postage stamp can be a painting, and a teacup could be their entire bowl.
That's so cool. So they don't steal?
Exactly. They only take what they need, and they never take so much that humans notice. Imagine, they might borrow a button and turn it into a plate, or use a matchbox as a drawer. To us, it looks like junk, but for them, it's treasure.
Hmm. So my lost socks might be in a borrower's wardrobe.
Could be. They're very clever at reusing human things. That's how they've survived for generations.
But don't the humans ever see them?
Well, they try very hard not to. Borrowers have one big rule: never be seen by human beings.
I can imagine. A human might think they are pests or try to catch them.
Exactly. But then comes Ariati, who's not content to just stay hidden. She's curious, adventurous, and wants to see the world beyond their tiny hole under the floorboards.
I bet that leads to trouble.
She convinces her parents to let her explore, and that's when it happens. She meets a boy, a real full-sized boy who lives in the house. They talk, they share secrets, and Ariati begins to realize humans might not all be dangerous. But of course, her parents worry because one friendship could risk their whole family's safety.
No way. What happens?
At first, she's scared. Imagine looking up at a giant, but the boy is kind. They start talking, and Arity begins to realize maybe humans aren't so bad after all.
That must be hard. She wants adventure, but her parents want protection.
Exactly. It's a story about courage, family, and learning to see the world in new ways. The borrower's life might be small in size, but their challenges feel big.
That must be risky though. If humans find out, the borrowers could be in danger, right?
You're totally right. Their whole way of life depends on staying hidden. And now, with this new friendship, things start to change for the Clock family.
Wow. So do the borrowers escape or do they get caught?
I'm not telling. That's the adventure. You'll have to read The Borrowers to see how Arity and her family handle it.
Sounds like a story full of secrets, courage, and tiny surprises.
Exactly. And here's something to think about. If you were a borrower living secretly in someone's house, what everyday object would you borrow first? And what would you use it for?